one time for my folks on the daily grind. Something special to relieve your mind.
Hey guys, what's going on? You're listening to the Youngblood Life.
Freedom is hard to find. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Someday everything gonna go my way.
What is going on, everybody?
What's going on?
You like that song a lot, actually, don't
I
you?
do.
Why?
It's just a happy song.
It is a happy song. But it's about working your tail off and getting your side hustle to be a full-time job. You know that, right?
Right.
That's literally what that song is all about.
Yeah, I know.
So kind of literally what this is all about.
Yeah.
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 So we'll talk about a couple things.
A needle pulling thread.
Really? You've done that bit a couple times already. You know that, right?
That will bring us back to
Yeah, you've done this a few times.
Yes, because you're always like, so.
So here's a video clip, audio clip for everybody else.
Audio.
Here's a clip for you.
Gotcha.
I need your thoughts.
Here they go.
If it loads.
So I'm just going to come out and say it. You need to put your husband first in marriage and your kids second. Your kids are your responsibility, but your marriage should be your priority. This means you have to make time for each other, communicate, and be intimate. More sex, less arguing.
More sex, less arguing.
So that was not necessarily geared towards you, by the way.
Right, I know.
That was just a video clip.
Right.
So I think that's true. I think that's true.
Yes, it is.
I think that a lot of people don't. A lot of couples forget that. Mm-hmm. Now, I will say, so out of all our kids, there's been moments where we had to put the kids first, especially when they're younger. And it's the issue is because kids have to be taken care of. Now, that being said, you still made time for me. I still made time for you.
Yep.
So, yeah, your daughter's texting me, or you right now, technically.
She needs the keys.
Where is the key?
In Dad's pocket.
In my hand.
Come get it. This is why it's called the Youngblood.
Get it. So, yeah. Is that easy to put me first?
No.
Really? You want this?
Well, I actually had it backwards. It is easy to put you first.
You didn't catch that.
That's why she doesn't play basketball.
Or baseball.
Bye.
Where's she going?
Drive safe.
Where's she going?
To get Logan.
Oh, look.
Logan is making muscles.
He worked. Oh, he's at the gym. Got it. I didn't know what she said.
We have to get a small toy out in the pig ear because Amy's coming by tomorrow to pick up a dog treat and she can't lift the bins up because she's weak.
Got it.
So we have to get it for her.
Yeah, we got it. Let's lift this up because you don't talk into the microphone.
Into the microphone. Right here.
As many times as we've done this, you still struggle talking into the microphone.
True.
You always like to be over to the left or to the right, and it makes it hard. Anyway, okay, so I think that, one thing, I think I've tried to put you first for a long time.
Yes.
I mean, literally from day one we got married. That being said, there's been moments when I couldn't put you first because actually the job came first.
True.
Because I was gone all the time.
All of the time.
Yeah. Now, with that being said, with all the with just I'd say life in general, I think if couples would focus on their spouse, not that you forget that you have kids, you still have kids to take care of.
Right.
You had to when I was working, gone out of town, you were taking the kids 24/7.
Yep.
One thing I liked. That I kind of didn't like, but also liked, and one thing I liked the most was when I'd be gone, 6-8 weeks at a time. I'd come home, and at first you would be like, "We're going out to dinner right now."
Yes.
I would literally walk through the door
and be like, "We're going
bags
now.
are still packed, and we'd still
get back
go
in
out.
the car. I know you just drove 24 hours.
Right. Yeah, and then we go to dinner. Now, because I ate out all the time, I hated that.
You hated it, but I wanted it because I was cooking all the time and you were eating out all the time. You wanted a home cooked meal and I just wanted to get away from the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then it turns out, then you started seeing how I really hated it because I was tired for one.
Yeah.
Two, I would just want a home cooked meal, and then immediately the next day I'd take you out.
Yep.
So I always took care of you. But as far as this lady's concerned, I mean, I think what she's saying is pretty darn accurate.
Right.
I'll play it again.
Listen carefully.
And you're fine. I need to program my face into your phone. Because that makes life easier. She says.
So I'm just going to come out and say it. You need to put your husband first in marriage and your kids second. Your kids are your responsibility, but your marriage should be your priority. This means you have to make time for each other, communicate, and be intimate. More sex, less arguing.
I agree with that 100%.
Yeah.
People tend to argue more, and I think that's. And there's actually a study done. I want to say a few years back, but it's most likely not a few years back. But people are actually having less sex. Mm-hmm. And why do you think that is?
Probably too tired, too involved, too, I don't know.
You don't know. I'm actually pulling it up. Number of studies note a decline or delay in sexual activity. Some offer theories about what's happening. The annual American Family Survey 2020 poll concluded during the pandemic found that couples in committed relationships reporting having sex less in the past. Why though? It's actually declined by 31%. What the heck is wrong with people?
Don't know.
That stuff's fun. Why do you laugh? And they want to do it less. Growing share of Americans adults under the age of 50 were celibate in 2018. A growing number. Why?
They're like, and my chastity belt is on. Click.
They call it a sex depression. There's not a long timeline on the availability of data. I'm skimming through this quick. Hold on. Sorry. They're having fewer children. What I mean, okay, you're having fewer children, but
I think the fewer children thing is kids these days are like, I want to focus on my career. I am not like my grandmother or my parents, or I'm going to have kids and stay home. I'm going to be a working person.
Well, people are getting married later too, so that's the other thing.
Yeah.
Me compared to my parents, when you and I was what 23.
I just turned 21 right when I had Paris.
So you were 20.
Yeah.
When we got married.
Yeah.
Was I 23?
I think you were 22. Because you were 22.
Was I?
Because you turned 23 in February.
2001 minus 1978. 23. I was 23.
Yeah, but you were 22 because you had turned 23
we got married when I was 22.
Yeah.
I turned 23 a month later.
Yeah.
Or technically 15 days later. And then yeah, okay. So I was 23. I was 22. You were 21. And then you had just turned 21.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but my parents, they got married, and my dad was 19. My mom was 16.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But people are getting married later. There's people getting married.
Except our daughter.
Well, whatever. She's, yeah. Anyway. But so it comes down to people now are getting married later. They're having, so that means they're having kids later. And usually it's like one or two. Now we have 5.
Yeah.
Says, but 2018 was a bad year for sex. The Family Growth Survey finds America may be trending towards more widespread sexless, but it's really not too soon to tell whether the uptick of the past few years represents a sustained trend or just noise. That's still sad.
Yeah.
But it also says that women go sexless more than men do. I mean, this is obviously a survey of people that are married and not married. That's still sad. You don't like talking about this.
I don't care.
Because you're doing like basically one-liners.
No, I'm listening. I'm like, I don't like.
When it comes to anything, when it comes to do with sex, Shannon will discuss it, but she hates discussing it.
Yeah, I do.
That's this is something
Because it's private.
Well, I'm not talking about our private life.
Oh, I know.
If I did, I could go on for days about that one. I mean, it's had its great moments, and it's had its like really. You're freaking killing me right now. I'm currently in a "you're freaking killing me" moment. Why are you laughing? Why do you laugh? And part of this is because some health issues that you're having.
Yes.
So yes, you're freaking killing me right now, and I get it. It's not your fault.
I know.
But most of the time, before the freaking killing me moments, it's been like, you're freaking killing me. There's a big difference between the two.
You're like, kill me again.
Can I die again? No. So yeah, it's sad. But overall, I mean, when it comes to that part of what the lady was talking about, I think it's pretty simple. Spend more time with each other, do more things. Obviously, that's been the past trend for our entire, I guess what do you call it? The past 3 podcasts now at this point, right?
Right.
And then you sent me something. I'm trying to remember where you sent it. Did you text that to me?
What was it?
It was about the guy that's in that relationship.
Oh,
yeah, where is that one?
Text message.
You texted that to me?
Yes.
Okay, because you send me things different ways.
Keep going.
I'm going.
Right.
There's a cute picture of me.
Oh.
There's the house I want to buy.
Oh.
I'm still going.
Right. No.
Oh, that's the cardiologist.
Right there.
Oh, there it is. Okay, here we go.
Y'all.
This is you.
You guys. Okay. What the heck is wrong?
There's a lot of things wrong with people.
With people.
And
I'm just going to say this right now.
This is a January 1st, 2022
article from the UK.
Yeah, of course, the UK.
Because they are...
No, this is Australia.
Is it Australia?
This is Australia.
Okay. Well, it's still owned by the UK.
It's the same thing.
It's still owned by them.
There's a difference between G'day Mate and Pip Pip Cheerio.
Pip, pip, owned by the same place.
No,
guys,
actually, they're separate.
You guys...
I know, they're still the Queen's country.
Yes. Listen to this story. Let me just see this story.
You go for it. This is all you.
Let me just say. Man falls in love with robot and hopes to marry her. So this guy from Australia could not find love at all. He was having the hardest time finding a female companion.
I guarantee the guy is just weird.
Probably. Like, he looks like he's a really nice guy. Maybe he's a creep. Maybe he's too handsy when you first get to know him. Maybe he's just really, really weird. I don't know.
Too handsy.
I don't. Maybe he's like touching you, like, hey, you want to go to dinner? Like,
Okay,
hey,
he's fallen in love with the robot.
Yes. Okay, but listen.
Go for it.
Jeff Gallagher from Queensland, Australia, was looking for love and thought he'd never meet anybody that he could connect with. Since his mom passed
He literally
away,
can plug her in so he connects
right?
with her. I mean,
since his mom passed away over a decade ago,
that's the problem.
it was just him and his dog Penny. Then one day
He's a mama's boy.
Yeah, he was reading an article about AI robots and something clicked. He decided to give it a whirl. Speaking to the news station in Australia at almost $6,000 in Australian money, they weren't cheap, but the robots were very lifelike. They could talk, smile, move their heads and necks. Their skin would even warm up like a real human. Hold on, it gets better. After browsing
Is the robot anatomically correct?
Yes.
Like everything?
Everything. Listen.
I'm going to vomit now.
After browsing the website, he decided that he would call the robot Emma. With pale, beautiful skin and beautiful blue eyes, he thought she looked lovely.
Blonde hair too, right?
Yep. He says, I didn't know how I would afford a robot like Emma, but the business owner offered me a discount and a return for publicity.
Pause right there.
It sounded like a great deal.
The reality, it is a phenomenal deal because of this reason alone. All he has to do is plug her in at night to charge her. Mm-hmm. Even if he paid full price of $6,000, right? Mm-hmm. If he paid full price, how much money have I spent on you in the past 20 years?
Right, but listen,
21 years.
There's a part that really gets me that I just lost it and I could not stop laughing.
Okay, go.
It has nothing to do with sex. Just listen. Recalling the moment he met her for the first time, Jeff said, "When I opened the box, I gasped. Emma was beautiful. Her head was detached from her body, but it only took a few minutes to get her assembled. She was already dressed in a silky dress, so I sat her in my recliner in my living room and got the instruction manual out. In the back of her head was what looked like an iPhone smart screen. I sat there and adjusted her the language from Chinese to English, and then all of a sudden she came to life. Over the coming days, Jeff tried to get to know Emma a bit better, helping her adjust life with him. He said she couldn't stand on her own, so most of the time I left her sitting in a chair. I talked to her as much as possible, and when I would get home from work, she was still sitting in the chair.
Waiting for him.
Waiting for him to get home. What is she going to do? Get up and cook dinner? What the? She was waiting. I feel really bad for this guy.
Why? He found love.
He
found love.
Robot who has no feelings. And if you get pissed off at her, you can detach your head and stick it back in the box. What is he going to do? Man arrested for murdering his wife decapitates her.
Well, this is similar to the guy that's married to a sex doll that we talked about probably a few months ago.
Yeah, wait. Jeff says the two have grown much closer, and he wouldn't change anything about their relationship.
Except for the fact that she cannot be a normal human being.
She can't use the bathroom.
Well, that's a good part.
He has, like, what happens when she gets... What did he buy her to use the passenger lane?
Rubbers. To use the
HOV lane.
he's like, you know what? I really need to get to work faster.
I'm so, like, she was still sitting in the chair when he got home.
Where did he expect her to go?
I don't know.
So,
hold on.
There's a whole lot wrong with this whole thing.
He says, Emma, what's the weather like? And I'd ask, and he would go ready, and he got ready for work. He can carry on a conversation with her.
I can do that with Siri.
How insane is that? Hey, Logan, come here. I got to tell you about this guy. Oh, my goodness. This guy right here was so lonely, he ordered an AI robot, and it's going to marry her. Her name is Emma. You know what his highlight of the day is? She's still sitting in the chair when he gets home from work.
That's sad.
It is sad, right?
Really sad.
It's super. Look.
Can he not make friends? She looks so real.
Yeah.
Can he not make any friends?
I feel bad for him.
Do you want an AI girlfriend?
I'm A-okay.
She won't talk bad.
A-okay.
She won't back talk to you. You can say, "Hey, Emma, what's the weather?" and she'll tell you the weather.
That's gross.
It's weird, right? And she's anatomically correct.
What does that mean?
She has a VJJ.
It's a robot.
Yeah.
That's gross.
Yeah.
By the way, the book you got me for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pretty good book.
Yeah.
I've been reading it.
You like it,
You
huh?
like The Rock, huh?
I do. It's a pretty good.
That's a good book. Yeah.
Wash your hands, eat dinner.
She's anatomically correct.
He's like,
He's like, what's that mean?
she can,
Can she? Yeah. Well, so there's a whole lot wrong with that whole article.
Everything is wrong with that article, and I feel so bad for that guy.
But okay, now I'm going to say something that's going to be, and there is a generation of people out there. Of course, this guy's older, right? Mm-hmm. Well,
hey, she will never age a day in her life, and no need for plastic surgery.
No plastic surgery. I mean,
no need for breast implants.
I'm sure he can get upgrades.
Saggy.
He can get upgrades if he needs.
They were already big.
I didn't really pay attention to the photo.
I did. was like, what the heck?
So that answers another question. Do women look at other women's boobs?
Well, I looked at an AI's boobs.
But do you look at other women's boobs?
I think every woman looks at everybody else's boobs.
Do you compare yourself to other women when it comes to boobs?
I got fake boobs. I'm good.
No, but even before, did you go look at another woman's
Yeah, I
boob?
was like, man, I wish mine were as big as hers. Or, man, hers are way too freaking big.
There's some...
I'm like, her back hurts
Well,
so
there's
bad.
one chick at Daybreak would always get the pool. Remember that woman? She'd always wear this teeny tiny bikini.
Yeah, where the moms were like, time to go home, kids.
Yeah, she'd take the kids automatically too. But,
and she was like, got the pool to myself.
yeah, she did wear that teeny tiny bikini. But then all the boy lifeguards were like,
They're like, your mom is Stacy's mom.
Yeah.
Has got it going on.
well, there's a moment of like that in your life too here, by the way. But
Yeah. So weird.
yeah, when you're checked out by your kids' friends, even before you had any enhancements.
Okay. She's like, if I carefully walk past this big old beast.
But yeah, so there's a lot wrong with that article. There's a lot of sadness with that article.
Yeah.
As Logan said, I wonder if does the guy not have any friends? He's probably just a lonely guy.
I think he's lonely.
And if it depends on. So like I was going to say, there's a large generation of people who are socially awkward out there.
Yeah.
And I say generation, not doing that, not meaning like millennials or Gen Zs or Xers or Boomers, but there's a large generation, or meaning a large group of people that are socially awkward. And when it comes to actually talking about things,
Yeah.
or physically talking to people is literally one of the hardest things they can ever do.
Right.
That's sad.
It is sad.
But it is what it is. Right.
Right.
So yeah, there's that. So yeah, there we go. So as far as our relationship, we're good.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have to have a plastic relationship like that.
I'm a Barbie girl.
There are plastic
in
things
the
about
Barbie
you.
world.
It's not really a plastic though.
Yep.
Silicone.
Silicone.
Yeah. Anyway, I need that phone again. By the way.
Do you?
Well, yeah. We got everything on since we're upgrading some stuff, so some stuff is not here. If you guys did not know, you can actually go watch this podcast on Spotify. So it's actually got the video. I'm probably going to start putting the videos also on YouTube as well. But don't.
You know, like when people sing all those commercials and people are like, man, it's such a catchy tune because I've heard it so many times.
Just saying
If I keep
Spotify
going,
the same way.
Spotify.
That's one thing that you like saying, is Spotify.
Hey, where do I go watch the Youngblood's house? Oh, they said Spotify.
Watch it on Spotify. So yeah. Anyway, here's to a new year. Here's to new stuff. New video that you can go watch right now. It's pretty cool. And then yeah, we got some really cool stuff coming up. I'm going to actually try to get a couple more people in here in the next couple of weeks to record and start talking about a panel type stuff. So that's kind of cool. So anyway, hope everybody does well. If you love your robot girlfriend and you want to marry her, let us know.
Oh my gosh.
Do you love your robot husband?
Yeah.
I am a robot.
Beep boop beep beep boop boop beep.
I got a case of pride. Oh my, oh me, it's beautiful to be in a frame of mind where nothing worries me. So hurry, please jump to my side because I can't stop, won't stop. I got a case